There we go, mate. There we go. That was the weekly wrap-up results. Now, look, there was actually quite a couple of bit of surprises. I was about to say there was no surprises there, but there was actually quite a bit of surprises. But we will go into that in just a few moments. We'll analyse a few more of those games individually. But we do need to get into the World Rugby ranking updates. Yes, we do, mate. Have you got any objections to that?
No, I think that is the normal order, so
it
we will
is
go with
usually
that.
normal order, so that's what we're going to do, even though I know you don't want to do it. But on this channel, mate, we're going to bloody get it done, all right? I don't know why I said that, to be completely fair. But number 30, we do have Germany. Now, there is literally, there actually is a couple of updates here. I was about to say there's no updates in the top 30, but there is quite a bit around this 15 through 30 region, not the top dogs, but still kind of top dogs if you want to consider it that way. Number 30 is the Germans. Number 29 is Switzerland. At number 28, we have our first drop is Belgium. Belgium have dropped here. Also Brazil. They're down to 27. I'm assuming that Brazil was 26, Belgium was 27, and Chile, they go up to number 26 there. Jump a couple of sneaky little spots. Number 25 is Namibia, with 24 being the Netherlands. Number 23, they drop. Yes, they do. Canada. They're down at 23 now. Not looking good for the Canadians. But in 22, it is Russia. They've gone up from 23, and also Hong Kong from 22 to 21. Now, number 20 is Spain. 19, Portugal. 18, Romania. Number 17, they've gone down after their loss to, guess who? Uruguay. 17 is USA, and 16 is Uruguay, who have gone up. Then we get to Tonga in 15th, Italy in 14th, Samoa in 13th, Georgia in 12th, Fiji in 11th, Japan in 10th, Wales in 9th, Argentina 8th, Scotland in 7th, France in 6th, Ireland in 5th, England in 4th, the mighty Australians in number 3, New Zealand in 2, and South Africa in numero uno. So the biggest climbers of the week, Chile went from 28 to 26. Uruguay went from 17 to 16. Hong Kong from 22 to 21. Russia from 23 to 22. And Poland from 33 to 32. Now, the biggest fallers of this week was Canada from 21 to 23. 2 spots there. Ukraine from 35 to 38, I think that says. I think 35 to 38. USA from 16 to 17, Brazil from 26 to 27, and the Belgium, they go from 27 to 28. So what would you say about those updated world rankings there, Hamish?
I think overall, because of the fact that last week those 2 qualifying matches were so close, it did mean that really either side could have teeter-tottered in either direction. And also with the fact that Uruguay, that was a massive win, 34 points to 15 over a team that are right next to them. So because of that, I'm not too sure how are the points sitting in terms of between those 2 sides at the moment.
In regards to USA and Uruguay?
Yeah.
67.60 for Uruguay and 66.54 for the USA. And I'm pretty sure it was separated by like 0.16 before that match.
Yeah, so they've been able to create a little bit of a gap. But now the USA, they have got to face the All Blacks. And then also they are going to be having that game up against Chile as the other matchup. So I don't think the game against the All Blacks, unless, of course, the USA get a massive upset win.
Get out of you. Don't even entertain the thought.
Overall, who knows? Maybe one day it could happen. We will have to wait and see. But first of all, they will be concentrating on trying to get into that Rugby World Cup because of the fact that Chile are going to be a tough opponent. They were able to beat Canada, and they have found a little bit of form heading into that next game, but we're not too sure when that game is going to be taking place yet.
I was going to say, their first concentrating point would definitely be the New Zealand games because obviously they play, I'm pretty sure that Chile is next year. I think that they don't play and they don't go for the qualifiers until next year. So their first thought right now would actually be that game against the All Blacks, which I dare say probably they won't win. But then again, they had a decent shout against the English a couple of months back. They still lost that game by giving up 40 points, but scored about 30 themselves. Really weird how much they got pumped by this time round. But yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see how far they do drop after the All Blacks. But the All Blacks are obviously in second position. Yeah. So I don't really see them getting a whole heap of points taken away from them. They are on 60.71 and Netherlands are on 59. Sorry, I'm looking down at Canada. USA on 66.54 and the Romanians are 66.22. I'm all over the shop, son. I'm all over the shop. But the Romanians on 66.22 and Portugal on 65.67. They're realistically the only 2 teams that could go above them. And I don't see USA dropping below Portugal, but they definitely should be going below Romania with their loss to the All Blacks because they're only separated by 0.32 there. Not too sure. But yeah, look, overall, Hong Kong, Russia, they do jump as well. That's good to see. Canada down at 23. We actually had a lot of positive things to say about Canada before they had this qualifying tournament, which they obviously failed. And they were actually pretty good in their first game against the USA, but then obviously got pumped in the second game, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was on the 9/11 day on September 11, which obviously would have really helped the USA to get up for it, if I'm not wrong there.
Yep, no, that's the correct date.
Yeah, that was the correct date. So, yeah, also, and obviously, just outside, Poland jumped above Colombia, but they're actually very close to the top 30 here. They're on 52.35 and Germany on 53.33. Now, I have no idea when Poland obviously play next or Germany play next, and Korea is sat right in between, which is really strange. Didn't realize that Korea was so high, but yeah, they're the teams that are just sitting just outside of that top 30 area. But look, I don't think there's much else to speak about here realistically, because all those teams a little bit lower on those rankings. But let's move into the latest news.